Peace and wellness, beautiful souls, magnificent beings. What have I told you that your belief that we live in a democracy and a capitalistic society is a delusion? Welcome, family. My name is Monte. I make political, social aware videos. Allow us to dive into this topic. First, let us address the elephant in the room, the black conservative versus the black liberal. Both of these individuals I find to be extremely delusional and egregious at times in support of their chosen political gain that they represent. The black conservative we're going to deal with today, they prop up Trump as being some hero, some American first type of individual. I believe that he was American first. That's why I voted for him. But I've never identified as a conservative and or a liberal. But once he showed me he was not America first, once he showed me that he was controlled, bought, captured, and doing the bidding of the global capitalists, the corporations, and he had an Israel first mentality, I quickly came to accept that realization. But this is something that those who marry themselves to a conservative ideology, a Republican ideology, a liberal ideology, or a Democratic ideology, they can't see when their side has totally betrayed what it is they say they represent. Allow us to examine Trump and his behavior. He has been egregious when it comes to the protection of the pedophiles who were involved in Jeffrey Epstein's trafficking of minors. He is and continues to be egregious when it comes to his hypocrisy surrounding the American First campaign he ran on. He is anything other than American first. He is bought and he is controlled. Allow us to examine and look at what he did when it comes to pardoning a president. One, let me pull his name up for you guys. Pretty sure you're familiar with this story. He pardoned Juan Orlando Hernandez, the former president of Honduras, who was convicted in a U.S. federal court of drug trafficking related charges. Hernandez was convicted on March 2024 of conspiring to import massive quantities of cocaine into the United States, over 400 tons between 2004 and 2022, according to the Department of Justice. Along with related firearm charges, he was sentenced to 45 years in prison in June of 2024. Now, he used the rhetoric to illegally go and kidnap Maduro from Venezuela. He used the same rhetoric as claiming that he was supporting gangs funneling tons of drugs into the United States. But just a month or so ago, he pardoned an individual who was convicted of doing the same thing. Actually convicted. Not accused, but actually convicted. So his weight and his words and his actions hold no weight. He is a hypocrite at the highest level. He is bought, he is controlled, he is owned just like the rest of them. And he has violated every tenet, almost every tenet he ran on when it comes to not involving themselves in foreign nations' politics and trying to govern them. He and those who own him want the oil out of Venezuela. And this is why they drummed up whatever charges they have drummed up against Maduro and illegally went in and captured him. And no, I'm not defending Maduro. I don't know Maduro. I don't know what he is guilty of. What I do know is he's not a United States citizen. He was in his own country. And they would never go in and bomb and try to capture the Chinese government, their president. They would never go in, bomb, and try to capture the Russian president. They know who to pick on. And again, he is a outright hypocrite claiming that it's the drugs that Venezuela is allowing into America at the behest of Maduro that made him want to go in and capture him to save American citizens, when he just released an individual who was convicted and sentenced to 45 years in prison. How hypocritical is that? And these black conservatives are delusional and they are egregious they still want to support this president after he's violated virtually every tenet that he's ran on. They are no different from those liberals, those black liberals who they condemned when they was in support of the reckless Biden and Harris administration. These individuals are indeed, again, hypocritical human beings. They are brainwashed into their political gang, and they will side with their gang no matter what their gang does when it comes to violating truth, violating justice, violating peace, and violating the words that they put forth. These black conservatives, they hide behind the banner of Christianity, etc., and they engage in and support things that the guy that they say that they is their Lord and Savior would never be a part of, would never be in alignment with. But yet they hide behind the shield of Christianity and Jesus to allow themselves to do the most egregious things on the planet. And it's been that way for a long time, hundreds of years. So again, the black conservative is no different than the black liberal. They support their political gain, and they turn a blind eye to all the egregious behavior that their gang involves itself in and act as if it doesn't exist. These individuals are delusional, and on top of that, blacks remain at the bottom of virtually every social metric on the planet, not only in America, but throughout the world. But yet, these individuals act as if waving the flag of conservatism is some type of badge of honor. They are ridiculous, and they are as ridiculous as the liberals. Have a